Welcome. Welcome to FICO World 19. Can I say good morning? Can you guys say good morning back? Good morning. Good morning. Thank you. Now, I want to explain a little bit about that video because I'm sure some of you weren't really expecting that. Because when you talk about AI, you know there's only really two things that you ever see. You see the brain, or you see that doodly data thing, right? And if somebody's really sophisticated, they put the doodly data on top of the brain, right? And that's what you see. So we kind of broke the rules by showing dance, but it makes sense because, you know, typically technology, it's fairly hard to dance with, right? I mean, you can't really dance with Excel. You can pivot. And it's hard to do, you know, the Macarena with a microchip, you know, not getting a lot of interplay there. AI is really the first technology that you can dance with because when you dance, you want a partner that's going to learn from you, that's going to adapt to you, and hopefully going to teach you a few new moves, right? And that's the promise of AI. That's why we're here. That's what AI can do. It's also what FICO can do as a partner working with you, you know, adapt with you, learn from you, and teach you a few new moves. And that's why we're all here this week, to learn a few new moves. We're going to learn a few new moves from you. Hopefully you'll learn a few new moves from us. You'll learn a few new moves from each other. This is a great place to interact. As Jenna explained in the video, this is the largest conference that we've ever had. This is our 38th conference. We've been doing this since 1976. And we have about 1,400 attendees here on top of the FICO people from 600 companies from more than 60 countries around the world. So it's a very diverse audience. And I guarantee you that sitting around you are people who are doing what you're trying to do, right? Who have done it, who have experimented, who have done some of the things, and you can learn from that, and that's why we're here this week. We have a great show for you this week. I'm going to tell you a little bit about what's coming up in the keynote sessions just to get started. So today we're going to hear from Will Lansing, our CEO, talking about AI as the last mile of digital transformation. And then we're going to hear from Alex Honnold. I know many of you are excited. I'm excited to hear him talk about his amazing climbing adventures. And then we're going to talk about accelerating digital transformation with Wayne Huillard and Klaus Mold. We're going to have a little break this morning after that. When we come back, we're going to really dig a bit into the digital transformation and the FICO platform and how that can enable that. And then we're going to have a session talking about the Data Decisions Cloud. This is a big initiative where FICO and Equifax have partnered to bring our technology and their data and all of our expertise together. We're going to hear from Will Lansing again and also from Mark Begor, who is the CEO of Equifax. And we're also going to hear from the Patrick Bahari talking about AI and the cloud. So we have a great morning for you today. Tomorrow morning, we're going to talk a little bit about some of the stuff that maybe you're more familiar with FICO, the credit risk journey with Tim Van Tassel. Liz Lasher is going to talk about how you can protect your children from ID fraud, and this is a big issue. And then we're going to hear from Prasanna Dore. He has a fascinating story to tell you about what it means to be credit invisible and what we can all do to make sure that doesn't happen to more people. And Thursday, we're going to close out the conference. I want you, everybody, I know sometimes you think maybe I'll skip the closing and I'll go do some shopping, go to Bergdorf or wherever. No, because we're going to have, first of all, we're going to have the FICO Decisions Awards, presenting some awards to people who've really gone above and beyond using our technology. We're going to have a fascinating discussion with Scott Zoldi and Kate Crawford on some of the challenges in AI today. What are the people that are working on this technology worried about, and what do we need to do about that? Sally Taylor is going to give a presentation on the number that transformed credit, and then Wayne Huillard will close us out. So it's going to be a great session. We have interesting things packed all through the conference. Now, one of the big things that we're going to do, of course, tomorrow night we have our big party. So we have two bands for you, Lovely the Band and American Authors. It's going to be a great party. If anybody was here last time we had a band, we had the ex-ambassadors, and we really decided to go even further this time. And it's almost like you're getting a free concert along with your FICO World. So I also want to thank our sponsors who really helped us bring this show to you and put it together. AWS and Equifax, first of all, our top sponsors, but also Oracle, Trace3, AppDynamics, Dell Technologies, Insight, Creative Solutions, NetApp, Zoom, FIS, and the US Chamber of Commerce have all played a role. Let's just give them a quick round of applause. Thank you.